Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Amanda Weissman, and with me tonight is Jordan Frank, a cheerleader at Penn State. Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I think the first question is kind of how did you get involved with Penn State cheerleading?
Long story short, I met a guy that's not like one of my best friends in one of my classes last year, and I was like kind of trying to search for something to do at Penn State. He was like, "Yo, you should really do the cheer." Oh, he was a cheerleader, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, you should really join the team." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." But yeah, no, he brought me to a few practices. Like after my first practice, I like fell in love with the sport. I went to like a few more practices. Fast forward, started talking to the coaches, and I actually got like recruited early of last year. So yeah.
So since you just like got involved with it during college, like has there been any other sport that was similar to it that kind of made you be like, yeah, I want to take him up on this offer?
No, cheer is very unique, and to any, I've basically done every single sport known to man, like through childhood and whatnot. But no, cheer is completely different to what I've like ever done. I've danced as a kid, so it's kind of similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, no, cheer is its own thing, but I love it. Super
Yeah,
fun.
wait, so what's that like cheering in Beaver, like in Beaver Stadium? Like, what's that like?
Incredible. It's so loud. That's like the first word that comes to my mind is just it's so loud. But yeah, I don't know, if you would have told me I was cheering for 107,000 people every Saturday, I'd think you were crazy. But yeah, it's insane. I love it.
Yeah, and kind of like the bigger picture of that too, what's it like being part of like a Penn State sports team, like one of the biggest like colleges with such amazing sports?
Yeah, I mean, it comes with its pros and cons. I mean, you have to remember like you're always being watched as a Penn State athlete.
Yeah.
Whether like whatever like your following count is on like social media or whatever, like someone's always watching you, and kind of waiting for you to mess up at times. So, but no, other than that, I mean, it's great. It's the opportunities that come along with it are insane. We might get to cheer at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Come December. So yeah, it's like it's insane.
Oh, wait, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Like, what does your day-to-day life consist of with, you know, academics, cheer?
Yeah, so obviously wake up, shower, get a good breakfast in, or I try to at least, like a smoothie of some sort and some sort of like muffin or something of the sort.
Yeah.
Yep, class after that, try to eat again, fuel my body for practice, go to practice, I work, so I'll sprinkle work in between there. After work, I get a workout in after that, hit some homework, and then go to bed and repeat.
How do you manage to do all that and be sitting here right now and not asleep in bed?
Something that I really found like helpful for me this year was a planner.
Okay.
So I quite literally plan every single thing down to almost the hour, day by day at the very beginning of my week. So like I'll just sit down for like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes and literally just write everything down that I have. Now I live by it so much that if it's not on my planner, it's probably not gonna happen, which is not great, but yeah, planner.
Yeah, so I know people are probably like me where I get super overwhelmed. So with all of this that you have going on, how do you kind of combat like that overwhelming feeling? Like what advice would you have?
Remember to take care of yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all students. We're all going through whatever we're going through at that time. So like if you can't, honestly, if you can't get that assignment done, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like take some time for yourself. Yeah, no, self-care. Just watch what you're eating, you're consuming like mentally, social media, whatever. Just try not to be like too distracted, but yeah, self-care.
Do you guys do anything with the team, like maybe like wellness type of things or mental health?
Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
What are some of those?
We have a trainer. Shout out Nick. Nick keeps us not on like on a strict like regimen or anything like that, but he gives us suggestions on like what we should eat, what we should be doing before bed, what we should do like after we get up. Yeah, it gives us advice on literally everything and anything that we need. Yeah, no, shout out Nick. Nick, you're great.
Wait, no, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Can you share any of those tips or are they like confidential?
No. Something that really sticks out to me that he always talks about is like using your phone before and after, or before you go to bed and after you wake up. He shuts off like his phone like an hour and a half before going to bed and doesn't get on his phone until like an hour and a half, like after he's like fully awake and ready. And yeah, that like boggles my mind because like I use my phone for everything. Alarm clock, I use my phone. Like check the weather, I use my phone. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does he do
I have no idea, but
Yeah.
it works for him, and I've like kind of implemented it. I've been doing like 30 minutes before.
Okay.
I kind of shut it off.
Okay, so it's like a small transition,
Right,
baby
to a big
steps. There
step,
we
yeah.
go.
But no, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So, what has your like favorite thing been so far? I guess being at Penn State with cheer, everything.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of like stands out.
We kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'd say the opportunities that we get.
The opportunities.
Yeah, there are so many cool opportunities and things that we get to do that just I would never think that I would ever be able to do, especially as a student, whether it's like television or like appearances or literally and like just talking to like the community. Yeah, it's
Opens a lot of doors almost.
yeah, it's just like you're just like so grateful to be in the position that you're always in.
I was gonna say, yeah, it definitely seems like that. So I don't blame you for that. And I guess like, do you see yourself doing this in the future or?
Cheer?
Yeah.
Not like professionally. I think it's
Okay,
more
yeah.
of like a collegiate. I did it in college, kind of a check a box. But no, there are some things that we're looking at that I don't know if I could talk about yet. But
Okay, it's like mysterious.
like
okay.
post college, that
There
it
we
should
go.
be cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything that you would any advice you would give to someone maybe incoming that wants to try a sport?
Yeah. The biggest thing I'd say is stay focused. I always say motivation is different than discipline, and being disciplined will take you so much farther than just being motivated. So when all your friends are out at the bars or they're doing whatever, like focus, keep the course, stay on track, do your thing.
That's an awesome answer. Okay, I like that. I'm going to implement that for myself. There we go. Well, thank you so much for coming in tonight and telling us more about your experience
Of course.
cheering at Penn State. Now, stick around because coming up next, Courtney and Mariana will have the latest news from across the nation.